Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to the first episode of this week's Scrim Night. Today we have Romka and Armageddon versus Brumak and Skurt. Some very low level players, we'll say. I've never really liked the word noob. I think it just doesn't sound right. It sounds a little bit mean, but yeah, it kind of fits these players. Of course Romka and Skurt quite high level. I've seen Skurt in a tournament before, but still they are low compared to what we're all used to seeing, compared to two players who have only had about 3 games, Armageddon and Brumak. This was an absolute nightmare to set up, by the way. It literally took 45 minutes. There were just a few issues with a couple of players signing in, and oh, it's been a nightmare, but I'm happy that we're finally going now. Yeah, so of course we've got Skurt and Brumak here in blue, both going for the first village. Skurt is Viking, Brumak Anglo, and then we have Romka going for his first village as well. He's an Anglo, and we've got another Anglo player over here, Armageddon, going for this silver village. So it's almost all Anglos except for Skurt, who's going Vikings. Village are starting to be captured. Yeah, absolute nightmare signing up. I won't go into it all, it just... Oh, these Scrim Nights, I'm going to admit, they're difficult to organise. People of course don't see it from the organiser's point of view. It's chaos at times. And of course, if the players are watching this, which I'm sure all 4 of them will be, sorry that it took so long. That's just how things are sometimes. But yeah, I won't go into it. Anyway, first village have been captured now. It starts off, both have taken 2 villages. I think red team have a slight advantage because they've got a silver village, which provides a bit more resources, but it's so small of an advantage, you can hardly really call it an advantage. Skurt moving up with his Vikings, his spearman and his hero coming to investigate this bronze village here. However, Romka just spotted him, so Romka's going to pull back, probably mess with him later. Whilst, yeah, Skurt goes for bronze village. He's probably going to get weakened over here, and then Skirt's going to go in for the kill. Ooh, I like this move here. Looks like Armageddon is moving up, and he's going to get on his high ground here, fire in, and get a few extra shots. That's going to be interesting to see. Also, I could be wrong, but I believe the Anglo-Saxons have a new hero. Here he is. Yeah, he's got like an Axeman unit now. It used to be an archer, it's now an Axeman, and yet, exactly as I thought, the Slinger's firing in. They don't have a that good angle, and ooh, actually being shot themselves now, so he's going to want to get those out of there very quickly. He's bringing his hero in as well, just to work here, just pull him back. It looks like they've lost there, only just got his hero out in time, and probably going to lose his Slingers as well. That was just some unfortunate bad timing of Brumak's arrival. Unfortunately, who was it? Was it Armageddon? His Slingers here, they didn't have the right range, but I liked the idea what he was going for. Armageddon sending in his hero now, should get a few kills on those Slingers, slow him down a bit, but no, he's going to pull back now. And it looks like he's sending his Slinger back to village F to heal up, no, village E. These are so difficult to read. A, B, C, D, E, F, right there. I'm used to all the 1v1 maps. And of course blue team takes the lead with 3 villages compared to red team's 2. Just rebuilding that, gonna start gathering resources. Probably gonna heal up, and it's gonna be interesting to see where we go next. Because red's going to make a push on the centre point trying to take some villages from blue. But are blue going to invest heavily in defence, or are they going to send some sneaker squads round to try and take B? His hero's having a little nap over here, trying to heal up, get ready for the next fight. It's very quiet right now. No, everyone's like waiting for the next player to make the next move. Ooh, we got a trap being placed by Skurt. I think actually, yeah, Romka has actually seen this trap, so it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. We should be able to burn it easily enough. Oh no, he just walked straight through it. He must have like clicked on. He must have seen these placing the trap, like clicked on them to attack. They pulled back behind the trap, and yeah, that was just unfortunate. I had that happen to myself a few times. Once in a tournament as well. It's really annoying when you click on the unit and then you're going, no, click on the trap instead, and then they just charge it, stuck in the charge, and then you've messed up. It's also invested into these spearmen, upgrading them to silver armour. Also, Brumak is clearly tier 2, as we can see. He's got his spearmen, and Armageddon has sent in some swordsmen. All I think are in, yeah, all are in tier 2, all are doing fine from resources. Ooh, good play by Romka here, coming in for a flank. Gonna take out the slingers first, but then he should get the flank on the units. Can Armageddon hold for long enough? He's bringing in some slingers. Hopefully these don't get friendly fire for him. Oh, he's pulled him back. He probably should have kept those in and waited for a flank. Come on, get a few shots in. Don't get friendly fire. Be careful. He's placed a trap here as well, just to point it out. Yeah, and Brumak and Skurt have had to pull back. Yeah, that was a good play by red team there. Blue, however, they do have some extra units moving in, some extra swordsmen. And I think it should actually be red who pulls back eventually from this. Unfortunately, blue team managed to get reinforcements in, and I think they'll be healing up soon as well. Yeah, once they realise. Red team got some extra troops in, and maybe they shouldn't have retreated. I guess I was wrong. They stayed into the fight, and it looks like it's going to pay off for them. Then I get a few kills. The hero got on the flank. Blue team retreating. Can he get that kill on the spears? No, we're just going to get out of there in time. Can we kill the swordsman? Or are they going to retreat them in time? Oh, they killed the swordsman. Just like cut down 3 in that final second. Okay, now moving for the village. He has of course spotted Skirt's troops here, causing trouble. Skurt is re-healing, so he's going to send some reinforcements in very soon. It doesn't have enough, I don't think, to take this village, so he's definitely going to want Romka's troops to get in here. Or maybe just pull back. Is he going to kill the hero? Skirt's hero died. Well played by Armageddon there. Worked with hero and the slingers. Managed to kill Skirt's hero. Skurt replenishing with some spearmen there, bringing in some more spearmen in. But yeah, it looks like he's going to save his village, possibly. I don't know. He's built a tower that should help. He's got his spearmen here. I don't think it's all going to be enough. Skurt should. Skurt lost his village, but he didn't manage to save it. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly these spearmen are going to do. It might just end up retreating them. Okay, it looks like he's decided to retreat, and are they going to kill it? Yes, they killed his silver squad spearmen. Of course I cheered for that. I just cheer for big plays. It's not I'm cheering for red team. Red team is right now making some big plays, so I of course have to cheer for that. Oh, Brumak might lose his hero here. Blue team have no hero. Oh, that's brutal. Romka's pulling back his hero. Where's Armageddon's hero? Is he dead? Nah, he managed to pull his back. So blue team are left without a hero. Romka retreating his archers a little bit. Yeah, just retreat all the units there. Ring the bell on the village, make sure it's defended. Skirt's probably going to take that easily enough. But I like this play by Armageddon here with his slingers, getting those to fire in. It's not really doing that much damage because he's fighting swordsmen. They probably have their shields up. Strange, there's an entire map. All the fighting's taking place at village C. Ooh, gold level swordsman. 2 squads of them, wow. That's a very heavy investment with the swordsman. Good play by blue team to manage to reclaim this village and get the ticking war score going back in their favour. And good by red team for not firing in. Probably because he knows that he'll get the friendly fire. Okay, just had to quickly sort something out there. Yeah, organising scrim nights can be a nightmare at times. You've got so much to do in such a short time, it's crazy. I have to admit, I definitely underestimated the work put in by tournament organisers. You know, it's manageable, but still. Oh, and Skurt just managed to get his silver level berserker out there. Brumak and Skurt charged in with all their units there, but he's going to get caught on the flank by both the spearmen, by both slingers and the archers, so he's going to take a lot of hits in the back there. Slingers bringing down the archers. Blue team really need to get a unit up here, because they're losing so much to this slinger unit here. Well done, Armageddon. It looks like blue team are also making the right play now of going for archers as well. Ooh, they're having to pull back. They lost, I think, an archer squad and a swordsman squad. Good play by blue team to reclaim it. Oh, red team. I just had to turn the graphics down there. It's my OBS. There's problems with my recording software. I just turned it down to medium. That should fix all the problems. There we go. No lag. Good. I thought it was actually on internet end, but no, luckily it's just my potato PC. it's not. It's a very good PC, but you know, it doesn't handle recording software well. It's not designed for that. It's a gaming PC, not a recording PC, and that does sometimes cause a few issues. So yeah, sorry about that lag. I thought it was internet, that's why I didn't fix it earlier. Should be fine now. Okay, so red team managed to reclaim this village. They've got war strategy in their favour now. So far, no one's gone for. Oh, someone has gone for village B, but they had to pull back. Red team got a good defence here. I don't think this trap is fully activated, so I don't think it will be able to kill anyone. Blue team got a very heavy defence over here. Red are done really struggle to break through that. They're building a tower. They've of course got a heavy defence over here as well. It's going to be interesting to see if they move forwards. I think it's a weird trench warfare system this right now. Two big armies facing each other with heavy defences like towers and villages. It's like whoever attacks loses, whoever defends wins. I think that's the situation they're in right now. Ooh. This village here not collecting resources, don't know how long that's been going on for, but that could cause a few resource issues for them. I don't know if they've noticed. Is Armageddon trying a flank move with these archers? That would be interesting to see. But anyway, the armies have engaged now. Brumak, ooh, almost got his archer out of there. Pulling back Armageddon's hero. Romka using his archers very well to just fire in. Probably going to kill this spearman unit. Actually, I think that was friendly fire, to be honest. Archers, they can be a deadly tool, but I liked what Skurt's doing here. I liked what he tried to get behind the back to fire in, but Romka just came with his berserkers and just hacked them to pieces. Well, he's hacking them to pieces. Managed to silence them. One archer unit is still firing, but yeah, that won't be for long. It's a really brutal warfare. It's really interesting to see. I think players who are not like the pro level players that I usually watch play, like watching lower level players play, it is quite good to watch. It offers something completely different, which I really like to see. Anyway, they're starting to set a light to this village now. They're probably going to take a big advantage once they take this, if they take this. Come on, blue team, you can save yourself. Alright, they do have this village at risk here, so yeah, they don't actually have many units. I don't know what happened. Did they lose them all? Well, Brumak's got a few units. I don't know what happened to Skurt. Anyway, now red team have 4 villages, blue team only have 1, but it's not really that big of a deal because, you know, red team are not using this village. You always need to check your resources, make sure every single village is providing resources. Right now it's got its bell rung, so it's not providing anything for the team except for, of course, war straw. But yeah, it's the resources that you need more than war straw. Hopefully they realise that soon. unless they might be expecting like a counter-attack. Of course, they can't see the map like we can see it, so it's of course completely different. Ooh, just annihilated those archers. Okay, come on Skurt, defend your village. Right now, yeah, ring the bell, good. That should get a few shots in, but they needs a unit to deal with these archers. Can Brumak get up there quickly? He's definitely moving, he's running. Brumak's running up the hill. I don't think he didn't get there in time to save it. Skirt's probably going to have to retreat from that. I don't think there was anything Brumak could have done. He might be able to save it now. But of course, Romka has some units here that could potentially flank. No one's gone for village B yet. Okay, and in comes Brumak just charging in for Armageddon. Yes, and he's going to get a few kills on those archers as well. Can he wipe the squad? Nah, I don't think so. Careful of friendly fire, Brumak. Oh, he's gonna get caught by these axemen. Run! Run, Brumak, run! Romka's sending in his axemen, just charging for him. Yeah, man. Oh, he got them on the flank as well. Yeah, they just... good decision by Brumak, I guess. They're in a desperate situation where they need this village, but... if things don't look good, then, yeah, just pull back. Just pull back. Live to fight another day. Right now, of course, red team have 5 villages, blue team have 0, and there's 1 neutral village, so someone could come and claim this. But yeah, blue team, they need to make a move and really start hitting red. Red team, they're fine how they are right now. They can just wait this out, I think. We might even start seeing a base rush soon. Sorry, I've done a sneeze. Hold on. Whew, there we go, that was a good sneeze. I like a good sneeze. It causes my brain to vibrate a little bit in my head as well. It's always really weird. I don't know if that's a good sign or not, probably should get it checked out or something, but yeah, my brain vibrates whenever I sneeze. It's funny. Anyway, can their towers... Yeah, the tower can actually shoot Armageddon now, and we can see that he's building a trap. Yeah, just retreat from that. That was a mistake by him. I liked what he was going for, but... He doesn't... He got caught and it didn't work out. Actually, this village now, it's under threat. If Skurt makes a push... No, is he going to pull back? Yeah, he's pulling back. If he made a push, because there's so few units here by Armageddon, he could have taken this village. Get a couple to deal with these units and then send the rest for a village. Actually, I think he's going for it now, or maybe something else. But yeah, of course, he does not know what's going on here. He might have thought this part of the map was completely empty and like full of units, so he might have been a bit worried about that. It looks like he's going for a flanking move, which I like to see. But what I want to check out right now is what Brumak's going to do. Is he going to move up and provide a distraction, whilst Skurt moves this way and takes village E? Skurt has of course been spotted, so now Armageddon knows it's coming. Skurt rushing with all of his troops now. He's not going for E. I think he's actually going to flank round, go for D, and join with Brumak over here. Brumak got caught by the trap. Oh, that was unlucky. Yeah, good place by either Romka or Armageddon, whoever placed that. And it looks like Skurt has made up his mind and is going for village E, having to pull back here as well. And it looks like Brumak is going for village F. I like this play that they're doing, I like it. They've got all the units in one big blob and they're moving, good. I like what I'm seeing. They have managed to take E, they're probably going to take village F as well, unless someone can get an extra unit here. It looks like Romka's just sending everything into defending this village. Brumak, yeah, you pull back. He probably could have fought a bit longer, but he might wanted to make sure that he definitely did not lose any units, but good play by Skurt here for actually taking the village. He should be able to defend it. He's got a lot of troops here, but this village, it doesn't mean much right now. Of course, you've got 1 village, that's good, but you need at least another 2 more, otherwise the score is going to keep on ticking down against you, and you're going to start looking in danger. Let's take a look at the stats. So, all players are fine with food, except for Skurt. I'll get onto Skurt later. They've all got good resources. Yeah, they've got resources to spare for like an emergency in case someone gets base rushed, so that's not going to come into play too much. But Skirt's food, he's running out of food. He's a Viking player. He's very reliant on food, and with him only having one village, it's going down very quickly. It's going down by 50 every minute, I believe that thing. I think that means. So yeah, he's definitely going to want to get that sorted out, otherwise his units are going to lose morale. So yeah, it looks like Brumak is going for village B. We can just see it on the minimap there. That should provide enough food to keep him alive a bit longer, but it's not enough to save him. Alright, now it might be enough to save him because he lost a spearman sword there. So that's one less unit he's having to pay upkeep for. Yeah, Skurt. Yeah, this isn't gonna look good for him. He's got hit by the flank, his village is under siege, he's running out of food. This is actually going down even quicker now. Actually, he is about to run out. He's retreating his units. He's realised he's lost that. Good play by Brumak for going for that village, trying to get the extra food, but I don't think it's enough at this point. If I had to say now, I'm fairly certain red team are going to win, but still, you know, who knows really, who knows. I have seen comebacks happen. I was at one point, me and Kenny, haven't played with Kenny for a while, I remember we were at minus 13 points, we were playing some complete noobs. We had some bad players at the start, we didn't have a clue what was happening. It was down to 13 points left, and I think it was, at one point it was like, we had 30 seconds left and then we were going to lose. We won in about 15 minutes later. It was the greatest comeback ever. We had only 13 points left away from defeat, and we won. We pulled it back. that was a crazy game. But I've been in even worse positions where it's been like only 5 seconds left until I've lost, but I've been like doing my base rush stuff, got into the base, got the base rush and got the win. It's epic when you get a base rush win, so it's not over. There's always base rushing, and there's always big comebacks. They do happen. I know a lot of people in this game, like, I've seen the reviews, of course I look at all the reviews. A lot of people say that it's a bad game because comebacks are impossible once you get a bad start, that's it. No, comebacks happen all the time. You've got to remember, blue team had a very good start. Red was actually not looking good, and red pulled off a comeback, and look where they are now. Of course it's much harder for blue team than it was for red team when they pulled off theirs, but still they're possible, trust me. I'm a top level player, I've got 600 hours in this game. Trust me, comebacks are possible. And they're very frequent as well, they're not like a rare thing, they do really happen. Anyway, it looked like Armageddon was planning on doing 4 base, so she pulled back. Yeah, they don't really need to, they might do it for fun. Skurt running out of food, that's going to cause a lot of morale penalties. And it's not looking like he's going to get that fixed anytime soon, so yeah, that's not good for Skurt. That's usually a sign when someone's lost. When they run out of food, that's usually a GG sign. I think this is going to be it. Yeah, there's just so many troops, I can't break through it. Of course there's still players that can do, there's still things that can be done. I've been in worse and I've pulled it off, so that's why I don't like to like call it too early, but yeah, most of the time, yeah, it probably is. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, this commentary, and I hope you enjoy all the other ones in the future. Ooh, Skurt making a push for this village. It doesn't have a morale for it, so he's gonna get killed here, but I like that he's still fighting. I'm going to right now record a 3 versus 3 between the 2 last tournament winners, Excider and Lonnie. That video might have already gone up, I don't know how I upload them, but this is the recording schedule. I'm about to record theirs. Good luck to them both, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. Like 2 very good players with other very good players playing a 3v3. It should be good to watch. They're already playing their first game, so I'll be checking in on the second game. And of course I want to say a big thank you to these players for signing up and bearing with me. There was of course a few issues at the start. Mostly it wasn't my fault, it was other players. Like some signed in and decided that they didn't want to play, some didn't sign in and then decided they did want to play. It was a nightmare on my side, but You know, of course, please players understand, right? It's difficult on my end. There's a lot going on. I'm like having 4 conversations with people at once. It's stressful. I try my best, but yeah, I think it's turned out well. We started 45 minutes late, but it turned out well in the end. GG, well played to Armageddon and Brumak for getting the win. Romka, sorry, yeah, GG's going in. And also well played to Brumak and Skurt as well for putting up a good fight. It was fun to watch. Thank you for letting me spectate this game. And I hope to see you in the future ones. Hopefully they'll be more organised in future. Yeah, going in for base rush now. Just trying to set a few things alight. Burn him down a little bit. Make sure he stays down. Skurt is trying to do a flank, but yeah, there's just not enough time to play with. His barracks has gone. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy all the future ones, and goodbye.